Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about the gait of animals, which is coming under the chapter body movements. So in this chapter basically we will deal with the changing position of the body or any part of the body, which is basically known as movement. The movement occur in our body most of the time. Example, when we breathe, write, chew something, eat something, turn our head and blink our eyes. So let's see the examples of the different animals which belongs to the category of invertebrates, in them how the different types of movement are occurring so as to make their body move from one place to another place and help them to uh, work out most of the activities which are necessary for their existence and their physiological activities. So most of the different animals, they use different organs to move from one place to another place. So the manner of movement, that is the gait, also differs in different animals. Examples, you have seen birds, they fly, fishes, they swim, snakes, they crawl. So let's take the example of different type of organisms which is given in your textbook. So we'll first discuss this in connection to the movement in case of earthworm. So you are seeing here a picture of earthworm, which is an invertebrate. So earthworm basically does not have legs and bones. It moves by alternate expansion and contraction of the body affected by the muscles. During the movement, the earthworm first extends the front part of the body, keeping the rear portion fixed to the ground. Then it fixes the front end and releases the rear end. After releasing the rear end, then shortens the body and pulls the rear end forward. This makes the movement in a small pace, or you can say in small distances, and likewise the entire body of the earthworm is being moved from one place to another place. So its body basically secretes a slimy substance to help the movement. The minute movable bristles help in the gripping of the ground. The bristles are hair-like structures projecting out of the body of the earthworm. So, and these are connected with the muscles. What is the significance of earthworm to the environment? See, most of the earthworms, they are very useful for the farmers as it increases the fertility of the soil. Earthworms basically they eat its way through the soil and throws away the undigested part of the material that it eats. In this way, an earthworm makes the soil more fertile for the plant, and earthworms can be easily seen in rainy season. So most of the earthworms, they used to move from one place to another place with the help of the muscular movement. Okay, next is the example of movement in case of snails. See, snails, water snails, you have seen very commonly nowadays because it's raining. See, these animals can be easily seen around our around our most of the areas, outside your houses also, or if you are living in certain areas where there is some plants are also growing, so these earthworms and these snails can be easily seen. So body of this snail is basically covered with a hard shell. You can see the shell over the body of the surface of this animal. The body is soft and helps the snail to slide over the ground. The foot is large, which secretes the slimy substance which helps snail to slide over the ground. So you can see the picture of the snail, which is being labeled here as the tentacles, they have eyes on their tips, shell which is basically a protective structure which helps the snail from protecting its enemies and other environmental factors. Foot is a muscular organ which is coated with layer of mucus which helps to move the animal. So dragging, basically the type of movement or gait which is being occupied by this animal is dragging. It's dragging its heavy shell with its entire structure. The movement of the foot is slow and it is controlled by the muscles attached to it. So the next example given in your book is the movement with respect to the cockroach. So there are three types of gaits which is being shown by the cockroaches. These include walking, climbing and flying. So cockroaches can walk, climb and fly up to short distances. The body of the cockroaches is covered with a hard outer exoskeleton made up of chitin. They have three pairs of joint legs attached to the breast region, which is known as thorax region, which helps them to walk. The two pairs of wings are also attached to the breast region, and the breast muscles move the wings when cockroaches they fly. Thank you.